Hey everyone, it's Brian and I'm on the island of Flores here in Indonesia. Now I just finished up that liveaboard scuba diving trip, which was amazing, and I considered what to do next because I'm a solo traveler, and which gives me a lot of flexibility of what I do. Now the public transportation here is not the greatest, so I was actually considering leaving Flores just because it's a little challenging to get to all the places around the entire island. And the whole perimeter is about 1,000 kilometers. But at the hostel I was staying at, I met some other travelers, and together we decided to rent that Mitsubishi behind us for about 400,000 Indonesian rupiah per day, and we're going to take the next 7 to 10 days to check out the entire island.
Road trip!
It's a 1,000-mile road trip, got half a pack of cigarettes, it's bright outside, and I'm wearing sunglasses.
Hit it!
Well, that road trip lasted about 20 kilometers because this Mitsubishi is scheisse. Yeah, transmission was slipping, then the engine was overheating, and yeah, this thing just isn't safe to go another 980 kilometers. So the team is sitting back over there. Yeah, and we're either going to try to find another vehicle or maybe switch to motorbikes. We'll figure it out. Well, this here is the interior of the vehicle. Yep, this is the stick shift. Yeah, it's a column stick shift. It does have a clutch. Not exactly the best condition. There is no safety belt on this side or on this side. It's yeah, it's barely a functioning vehicle, but there weren't many options. Okay, so we have a solution. When you have a car in Indonesia with an Indonesian engine, Indonesian transmission, Indonesian brakes, and Indonesian everything, what you need is an Indonesian driver. This is Ishmael, and he'll be our driver for the next 7, 10 days, however long it is. It gives him a break from his wife and kids, so he was stoked for it. And it costs a little less than $10 per day to have our driver. It takes the liability off of us from driving, and yeah, we can just chill and relax. All right, I'm in the back of the truck here now. I left the cab and Ishmael in the front. But let me introduce you to the team.
Hey, I'm Rochelle. I'm from Colombia. No, just I'm from Italy. Hey, I'm Noeli, and of course I'm from France. Hi, I'm Esther. I'm from Spain.
Hi, it's Toby from Germany.
Ciao, I'm Federica from Italy.
And that's the team we'll be with for, well, for the foreseeable future. We had to stop during the heavy rain because the vehicle had no working windshield wipers. So we're going down the road and we decided to stop. I'm not sure why, our driver just decided to stop, but this local family is like, hey, you guys hungry? And they made us food. So we're all getting the same thing. It's like rice, egg, and some spinach with some tea. The families here are so friendly.
Thank you, Mommy.
All right, this little family storefront where the family lives in there, they gave us lunch. Of course, we did pay for it, but we're very affordable prices. But because we took a late start on the day and we had the maintenance problems with the vehicle, we're actually going to sleep here for the night and hit our destination tomorrow. Every road trip does have a destination, or at least a guideline of what you're going to do. And tomorrow we're going to see Wairebo. I think that's how it's pronounced, Wairebo. It's a local Indonesian village that's supposed to be very authentic, with authentic buildings, and it's supposed to be really cool. But for now, we're just going to relax here for the night.
We have enough space in the car.
I see you made friends.
Yeah, my friends. My new friends.
And then for hello. And then for them is
Però questo non è noto quando leggeva le note le sapeva da lui. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
It was a great stay there in Langke Majok. Great little village. They don't see many travelers. In fact, I think only 4 groups of travelers have been there in the last couple of years. And the locals, they definitely remember because we were like an oddity. They were really friendly and just really wanted to meet us. But we're here back on the road to Wayarebo, but we're taking a slight pause because, yep, you guessed it, the engine overheated even with the Indonesian driver. So we're stopped in this other little village and we've got others who are just checking us out. Well, after much longer than we anticipated, we've reached here at the Wayarebo Information Center, or rather, it's just down the road a little ways. We started this trek in Labuan Bajo, and it's basically going to be a counterclockwise or anti-clockwise trip around the entire island. This is our first planned stop, and well, it's supposed to be great. All right, so we actually just had a quick lunch, and now we're going to do the 7-kilometer, 700 vertical meter trek to Wayarebo village. So it's supposed to take like 3 hours. I don't know why, but maybe the terrain's worse than we were anticipating. Well, we're passing under a sign. It's all in Indonesian. The only part I understand is right here at the end where it says Wayarebo. Other than that, we just keep walking. And we get to our first major viewpoint here. Quite the view. You can see down to the sea. Well, look what we just found on the trail. I guess we got to go up and see how the view is. All right, this isn't too shabby. Clouds are sort of staying away. Yeah, nice. I didn't even notice it at first, but right down there, you can almost see the town. Yep, that's the top of one of the buildings. Here along the trail, we've got a coffee bean plant, and coffee beans are one of the major products from the village of Wayarebo. From here, we got our first real viewpoint of the village. You can see all the uniquely shaped structures down below. Let's go take a closer look.
Hi. I want to try also.
So this is the second level.
Okay.
But sorry, start from the second level from here.
Yeah.
So we don't have
Okay.
the building. Yes.
But you got this like also in the other houses where you got
Yes.
like all
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
food and all. Okay.
We just had our welcoming ceremony here by the local chief, Mr. Philip, in the Ram House. And that's the house right behind us. It's called the Ram House because if you look at the very top of the spire, there are ram horns at the top. The chief made a speech. A lot of it was in the local indigenous language, but he basically said, you are no longer from your countries of origin. You are now from Wayarebo. And that's how it's pronounced, apparently. It's not Wayarebo, but it's Wayarebo. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. But there's up to 600 people in this entire tribe, but right now only about 30 of them or so live here in the village, and that house right behind me, that's where the travelers are welcomed, and that's where we will spend the night. In the middle of the village here is a raised altar right in front of the Ram House where they hold ceremonies and sacred meetings. So they did ask us not to climb up on it since it is considered sacred. Okay, so there's a spring water and a shower place 3 minutes away.
Yeah, imagine we arrive to like a wonderful shower.
I wonder if they have hot water.
A bath with some like.
Okay, so the female place is this way. Bye! And this is the male place. This here is actually the women's shower. Never been in a women's shower room before. Well, at least that's what I'm willing to admit here. But I've got an escort, so it was okay. To get to the men's shower, you've got to go downhill and then across this rickety bamboo bridge. And we've arrived at the male shower. I gotta say that the male shower only has 1 spigot, but the female had 2, or actually 3, but the third one was barely flowing. So it looks like it's time to take a shower and turn off this camera. Well, let's just say it's definitely refreshing. A little bit on the cold side, definitely no hot water, but yeah, it's not too bad. The local villagers have themselves a pig or two. There's actually two of them here in their little pig pens. They're quite vocal today too. But these villagers here in Werebo are not Muslim like the majority of Indonesia. In fact, Indonesia is the most populous Muslim country in the world. But these folks are kind of a combination between Catholic and animalist and animist. So that's what we got during our briefing from the chief and his assistant. They kind of mix the backgrounds a little, and but it works for them. All of the visitors here to the village get to sleep here if you want, and here are our accommodations, and here is the dining room. Yep, we are on the floor and eating family style.
Here, this family.
Staying here in the village, you get the local food, which is cooked by the locals, and I think we're liking it. Hey, good morning. Well, the sun hasn't even crested the horizon yet, but the village is coming to life, or at least all the chickens and roosters are. And it looks like I got my first leech of the day. There are leeches around here. This bloodsucker.
Sono le mie scarpe e lui, ah sì, probabilmente sono le tue scarpe. E ti abbiamo iniziato a smattare.
And this concludes our time here in Werebo Village. Beautiful place, very kind and friendly people. And some people think it's a little touristy, but I'd say it's got the right balance of touristy, but authentic at the same time. You make your own decision.
So it's the same price if you are on alone or if you are two. Okay. So if you divide by two. Okay, followers, I am now in a nice waterfall and I am with someone. Here he is! Yeah! Woo! So this is the next stop. Bye, guys.
And this completes our trek up to Werebo. Great little indigenous village, great experience. Next up on our adventure here, we're going to check out the spiderweb rice field. It's this rice field that's, well, you guessed it, shaped like a spider web. Supposed to be pretty cool.
Hello!
Hello! From the very top of the hill, you can see the intricate work of the farmers as they replicated the spider webs in their rice fields. So we're just driving through this town and just found a restaurant, stopped in, didn't really understand what anything is, but you just kind of point to the menu, and I think they got pretty much everything from tofu, fried fish, fried chicken, and baked fish. So sometimes you just gotta pick something and go with it. Hey, good morning. Well, last night we drove into the dark. It was a long day of driving, but that's okay because the roads were much better. The first 2 days, the roads were actually really rough, took way longer than anticipated. Of course, our driver may have taken the wrong route, so that didn't exactly help. But the roads were smooth, and we made it all the way here to what's the name of this town? Marcelo. Marcelino, and yes, we couldn't find accommodations at the same hotel, so Toby and I are here at one place. We got one room here, and the girls are in a different place, but they're probably about, I don't know, 70 meters away. Yeah. So, but we got breakfast here, and today looks like it's gonna be a beach day. Before heading to the beach, we stopped here at Wolo Bolo, which is a viewpoint of the famed volcano Inieri. We have finally arrived at Blue Stone Beach, and if you look closely, some of those stones are actually blue. It's not called Bluestone Beach for nothing. Bluestone Beach is a 26-kilometer stretch here on the southern coast of Flores here in Indonesia. We stopped here because, well, there was a restaurant and we were hungry. Surprisingly, we were the only 4 people here. So we went and checked it out. The water is refreshing. It's not super cold. It's not super hot. It's pretty perfect and a great place to relax.
Perfect! Nice island!
Hey, good evening. Well, this wraps up today. We had a great day at the beach, saw some blue stones, saw some locals as we were driving by. Again, the locals here, they don't see a lot of tourists and travelers, so they're wicked friendly. They wave to us and they go woohoo and they cheer for us. I think they just really think it's really weird that we're driving in the back of a pickup truck. One of the locals told me and the rest of us that, yeah, people don't drive in the back of the pickups for long distances. In fact, they're only used for short distances or for delivering fruits and vegetables. So the fact that we're taking a pickup truck and riding in the back for 1,000 kilometers, they find it quite funny. But we're here in our hotel. We have 2 rooms again. And let's see, we're going to wake up tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. and hit the trail. So yeah, we're going to be climbing a volcano. Hey, good morning. It is 4-something a.m., way before the sunrise, and we are here at the entrance to Kelimutu. It's a volcano here in Flores, Indonesia, that is 1,639 meters tall, or 5,222 feet. It's not too tall, and we will get to the top, hopefully for sunrise. The volcano hasn't erupted since 1968, so hopefully it's not going to erupt while we're up there. However, just to the east of us, there is a volcano here in Indonesia that is actively erupting. It's supposed to be spectacular, but that's a little too hot for us to handle. But we got to get our hike on. And we have reached the summit of Kelimutu. What makes this peak unique is that there are 3 lakes up here. Now we can't see them here in the dark, but the lakes have distinct colors, and these colors will actually change based on atmospheric conditions. So we get to see what color these lakes are once the sun rises. The crowd is starting to gather here as we wait for the full sun rising at the amazing view of the lakes below. The locals believe that when you die, your spirit will come here and settle in one of the 3 lakes, depending on age and social class. Well, the volcano trek was pretty cool, great views, and of course those lakes from the top in the crater lakes were amazing. And luckily, yes, it didn't erupt on us. But we're saying goodbye to our homestay here, where the people, of course, were very friendly, and on to the next adventure. After a hard day of climbing a volcano, you gotta come here to the beach. This is Coca Beach, and look at those waves. We're gonna be doing some serious body surfing. Just to the east, about 50 meters from that beach, is another section of Coca Beach where the waves are calmer and you can do a lot of snorkeling, and that's what I just did. Saw a lot of native reef fish, but I also saw a couple invasive species as well, such as the invasive species of the trash bagfish and the really big invasive species of the really big trash bagfish. And I even saw one very elusive but very invasive, the old spare tire fish. Somebody forgot their swim trunks at the restaurant.
And this time it wasn't you.
Nope. Hey, good morning. We're here in Maumere, having a little breakfast. I'm here with the crew. So yeah, we got a lot of driving today because we're in the northeast-ish part of Flores. And yeah, sorry, today's been mostly driving. Either that or milking a cow. I'm not sure what she's doing back there. So either way, it's great. And enjoy your lives in your cubicles because, man, you guys got to do this. You got to get out and travel. This is awesome. While driving down the road, we just flagged down this guy here on the motorcycle, and yeah, this is a portable noodle stand. So he's gonna make us some good lunch. From the side of the road, we have a viewpoint here at a rest area of 17 Islands National Park. Tomorrow, the plan is to get a captain and a boat and go check them out in person. Hey, good morning. After a hearty breakfast, we're going to be checking out 17 Islands National Park, or 17 Pulau, as it's pronounced. Yeah. So yeah, got the team right here. We're gonna once the tide helps us, we're gonna get on that boat and head on out to the islands. In the distance, you can see flying foxes, which are a large species of bats.
Aku mirip Anjas marah, bohong. B. Bodi kaya beri premium, tipu. C. Calon suami marsanda, ngayal. D. Nah ada cowok sepede, aden.
Well, Toby and I and the first mate were sitting here on the boat, but the anchor let loose. So luckily the first mate is pretty smart. So we gotta go back and pick up the captain and the ladies. Here on Rutong Island, there's a short hill. I'm not sure if you really want to call it short, but it's definitely a noticeable climb. But from here, you can get a great view of the area and most of the 17 islands here in 17 Islands National Park. From the top here, you can look down at our boat. You got a couple folks just relaxing down there. But there are toilets down there as well, and just an amazing view.
Apa kau banyak ngomong?
Well, this concludes our trip here to 17 Islands National Park. And if you can see behind me, yeah, the tide has definitely come in. Great place for snorkeling. You got some areas that have better reefs than others because there are a lot of people that come here and sometimes people take better care of it than others do. But you can see a lot of fish. There are parrotfish, angelfish, blowfish, starfish, even saw one lionfish. So yeah, it's not bad. Low season, still a good time to go. But we got to continue and get on the road. The village's gas pump was broke, so our driver had to fill the tank manually. So when I said that we need to get on the road, I mean we're going to be on the road all night. We need to get back to Labuan Bajo by 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so it's going to be an all-night drive. Of course, we will stop for safety reasons, such as, you know, our driver falling asleep. We don't want that to happen, but there will be no hotel tonight. In fact, we're stopping here for some bakso, which is a local kind of soup noodle with some meat and a little bit of vegetable. It's pretty good, though. So, yeah, that truck, we're going to be sleeping in the truck tonight because we got to make some time, and it's going to be a long drive all the way back to Labuan Bajo. But let's get some food and then try to sleep. The roads here are pretty pretty unmaintained, so they're really shaky and bouncy. So it's going to be a rough night, but we'll make it. Well, after 1,000 kilometers, we are finally back here in Labuan Bajo. It was a great journey. We got to see local, authentic villages, climb volcanoes, go snorkeling in reefs, go check out the local villages, see hidden beaches that don't really see a lot of tourists, and there were very few tourists here in Flores. So it was definitely a great journey. Last night, though, whoa, I do not recommend sleeping in the back of a moving pickup truck. Because while the temperatures do drop a little bit, when you add in the wind chill, it was chilly. At one point, we actually had to have the driver stop for 3 hours and rest because it was like trying to sleep on a roller coaster, especially with the roads here. But yeah, the driver, he was a champion. He was great. He slept yesterday while we were doing our snorkeling on the reef, and yeah, he was ready to go all night. But yeah, but no, it was a great journey. And if you get the chance, look into renting one of these pickup trucks. It's much more affordable than renting a car. It's probably about half the price. And I don't know, maybe we'll be trendsetters. All right, but for now, this ends our journey here in Flores. And unfortunately for me, it also ends my time here in Indonesia because my 30 days is about up. So on to the next destination. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Woo-hoo!